Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Super Serious Science Show.
There you go,
Yay,
Brandon.
we got it right.
Right off the bat, can we just
show
say
you they were serious?
thank you to Gobstoppa for the 10-pound
you.
donation. I don't need any more weight on me, but I appreciate it. That was a funny joke.
That's a funny joke. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Man, it's been a while, I feel like, since we've done this show.
Yeah, it's been 2
my
weeks.
first
We do it
serious
bi-weekly.
show in like 6 weeks.
I know. It's wild, man.
Hi, science people.
You know, it's hard to find out if the videos are getting any better these days. I don't know. Where are the good
It's nice not
UFOs
having
at?
to be subjected to TikTok videos and such. But here we are.
Oh, well,
I do it for you, audience. It's okay.
you spoke too soon. Why would I be Stony Baloney?
Stony baloney.
No, that's me. I'm always Stony Baloney.
Yeah. I don't, what?
You know what's funny about that is like yesterday we went to go get weed and Corey was like, man, we've been smoking too much weed. It's like we're just smoking joint after joint. And I was like, yeah, my dream is to just always have one lit at all times. Like that's like my vibe. Like it's just I always have a joint going. It's like my thing. And he's like, no, we can't sustain this lifestyle.
Yeah. Should be under a bridge, but at least
get a
people make
better
that
job.
happen.
For real, I'll just always have my joint going.
My gosh. So do you
Oh,
guys
my
have any
goodness.
announcements or do we want to kick off the party?
I have one announcement.
Remember when you guys used to make us put on sunglasses? That was
Glasses?
so embarrassing.
It was. We're embarrassing.
I'm confused why Enzo is saying what he's saying. Why would we do that?
Never.
We never ever go
Never.
on the show and it's like, let's talk about someone else.
Who? I don't
Who?
recognize their authority. Moving
There
on.
is no authority besides me.
Hey.
AKA Goldilocks. Goldilocks.
Hey.
All right.
All right, let's get into let's get our first
Hey-o.
videos, my love.
do it.
We are
Let's go.
here for the YouTubes. What are we doing today? We're gathering new knowledge, solving life's biggest mysteries, something else, and then also watching TikTok videos. So keep that in mind. That's what we're doing today.
Shit.
TikTok.
Keep
videos.
that in mind.
I've never talked shit a day in my life.
Okay. Let's just see what we have in store.
With Adobe Firefly, you'll be able to generate completely new images from your imagination right in Bard. Now, let's say I'm planning a birthday party for my 7-year-old who loves unicorns. I want a fun image to send out with the invitations. Make an image of a unicorn and a cake at a kid's party. Okay, now Bard is working with Firefly to bring what I imagined to life.
Wow, that's amazing.
So they added an image creation to Adobe Suite. Okay.
Pretty much. They also have it inside
It was
Canva
gonna
now
happen,
too.
right?
They have it in Canva now too. Here's what I will say. It's not the greatest technology yet. Like when you're typing stuff in and asking for pictures, it's still like it looks like an AI created it. It doesn't look like an actual image that you would like find. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so
Close,
it's
though. We're getting
they're
close.
getting there. So like I use it when we do Bobby's Cryptid Corner, when we do the Cryptid Beer of the Week. If you look at the top corner of it, there's Bigfoot holding a beer. It took me like 12 times to get that image instead of like making it. I used the AI thing on Canva and like I had to keep typing it because at first it was like a Bigfoot holding like what looked like not a beer. It was like so confusing. It was like, and then like the hand morphed into the beer. There was like, it just couldn't get a Bigfoot holding like a glass of beer. And like, it took me so many times and changing my words around to find something that would work. And I think I ended up having to use like Bigfoot holding a cup of something yellow. And then it was like, oh, okay, I got you. I understand now.
Beer.
Can we
Yeah,
see it?
exactly.
I don't know if you guys have noticed,
now?
but in our intro videos for Bobby's Cryptid Corner, you know how I added Kari on there. I don't know if you've noticed, but every episode I erase Kari's hat that says FBI and I
And put
used the
something
AI
different?
generator and I put something different. So like this time I did like worm. And I generate multiple times to find like a decent worm because sometimes they're just
I
like
hadn't actually
I'm
noticed
like,
you were doing that.
Me either.
really?
That's actually
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know you were doing it either.
I'm
See,
gonna
it's
be
the
on the
little
lookout for that.
details and that no one
Like-
notices. Really, I always
Nice.
change your hat. Like the cattle mutilation, you had like a big ass cow on your hat.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, I thought you meant just the FBI hat. But
Well,
I
it
get
is your
you now.
FBI hat. It's
Yeah,
just
the
instead
hat
of it
is
saying
evolving because
FBI,
I'm just wearing a hat. Like,
yeah, instead of it saying FBI, I put in something that has to do with what we're talking about.
okay.
I love that. We have lots of little surprises we always do in our presentations that I think people don't realize.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I always hide
Um,
Jerry everywhere. Like when we did the hide behind episode, I had Jerry coming out from behind things on literally every slide.
So what
That's
was
true.
funny, the last time I saw Jerry, I was looking through the presentation and I deleted them.
Wow.
And then I was like,
Cold.
what if
Hater.
it took her a long time to make this and she doesn't have it backed up? And then I was like, oh, I don't want to be a dick. So then I put them back.
Wow, rude.
But I
You
did
just narrowly
delete them.
avoided a hate crime there, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I brought them back. So
Good. They
There
should
was
be
little
there.
one.
zombie.
There was one slide where I put Jerry in every single punctuation mark on your slide that you had to read.
Oh my god, I love that. Always look
I
for
wonder-
the Easter eggs.
Can you type in it like an AI generator thing and be like a tardigrade named Jerry and see what it comes up with?
See what it comes up with.
just a
We
picture,
should.
picture of
This
your
is what
face.
it is.
Bree.
So I also tried, you know how there's that drawing of Jaimie and I together, and that's also in there. So I'm like, I hate that I don't have bangs. So I tried to just take me and type bangs.
Oh my god, no.
They are so fucking ugly.
No.
Crying. They gave me like spider like three like spider legs right here.
Oh no.
For one, they cut it and it was like blonde and like this short, and I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
what the hell?
You know what that reminds me of? I was watching a TikTok. I'm sad that I don't have it, but it was like they were talking about how AI can't make people eating spaghetti, and they figured
Or
out
pizza.
why. And it's because
What?
all of the pictures of humans eating spaghetti on the internet are like of babies, and it's like all over their hands and faces. And that's why when you ask an AI to do a human eating spaghetti, it doesn't have like a fork and eating it. It has like a human acting like a baby would eat spaghetti, because those are the pictures that are on the internet.
Well, then why doesn't it just take a baby and make it? It's still a human.
Because it just like it'll be like girl eating whatever, and it does like a girl, and like it'll be all over her hands and all over her face, and she's like eating it, and it's like, oh my god, that is so hilarious. Because you're right, you think about like pictures of people eating spaghetti, it's always babies, and it's messy, and it's everywhere, and they're not using silverware, and it's like, damn, the internet really is biased.
That is hilarious.
I know.
All right, on to the next extravagant
There we
thing.
go.
Hunters. The music.
Call that a cube.
I can't tell.
This audio is so interesting.
The video is so old that I'm inclined to believe it. It looks like a traffic stoplight.
It does look like a little bit of a traffic stoplight for sure. The buzzing is what's getting me. I'm like, why are you buzzing?
Slow-mo.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh, slow mo.
Yeah, just silence.
Yeah, just
it.
we don't need that. Yeah.
I think this is an older video, and I also think there might be one other old video in here today if we get to it. I seem to believe the older videos. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to agree with Simon on this one. This is giving me third phase of moon vibes. This is giving me a stoplight on a string zoomed in and slowed down with some fuzziness added on top of it.
The scale is interesting. So it's like that's quite far away.
Agreed.
Well, since it's not moving, and it's just kind of hovering
Yeah,
there.
it could just be a spotlight on the side of a hill in the mist. Like,
Honestly,
What
there's
it
been a
looks-
few
In
times
the
here
middle of nowhere.
in
That makes
Vegas, like
sense.
we have up on the mountains up here, there's like these big like solar panel things that'll be randomly up there, and they catch the sun and they look so bright, and then you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that? And then
Yeah.
it's just a fucking
Mhm.
solar panel. So I feel like this is just something
it's interesting.
shiny
is
in the
clouds-
desert and
there's
from far
clouds
away
over the mountain. So
Well,
you can't
yeah.
realize. Yeah.
It's so what it looks like to me is anybody who's ever been around the mountains has seen those power lines, and they have the reflective ball that they put every so
Yep.
many
Mhm.
hundreds of feet. And
Yep,
this
I know
looks
exactly what you're talking
exactly
about.
like that.
Yep.
okay,
Well, alrighty then.
that's
Did
interesting.
we should. I think we need to rename this show to the Debunkers.
Because we're here to debunk.
Debunk.
No one knows who that is, and it makes no sense when you show it.
We're
I
here
love
for
it.
stonks.
Stonks.
Okay.
It's just he's our hero, remember? So
He is.
So today's May 4th, 2023, and we're in Brighton, Ontario, and that's Lake Ontario.
Okay.
And there's the moon,
Hey, Moon.
and we have no idea what the heck this is.
It's come and gone
Does-
3 times.
Does anyone know what this
Come
is?
and gone 3 times, eh?
Mm.
I'm pausing it. Oh, son of a
Does
bitch.
anyone know what?
So
Yeah,
it's
does anyone
obviously
know
not a
what it is?
lighthouse because it
No.
would move around.
No, and it's above the water. Like you could see the reflection of it in the water line. You know what I mean? So what could that be? Because it's not the moon. We saw the moon.
It is illuminating the cloud above it, which is important to note that the cloud is above it.
It's a physical
something
object.
in the atmosphere.
It's likely like a flare.
A flare. Okay.
A
You think
flare that
flare
chills.
just hangs.
Yeah. if it's
Disappears.
Every
on
time I- yeah,
on
every
a
time I hear
tiny
these
it's a
things-
bright, like the cameras and your eyes pick it up as super bright and wide when it's actually like a small strobe with a parachute, so it can
A
just
little
float
baby
down super
parachute
slow.
that's going all slow. And
It's
it
not
looks-
actually that big. It just looks big because it's super bright.
Why would they put a parachute on a flare? I don't understand. Makes no sense. It seems
Sometimes I feel like
So
we
they
try
fall
so
slower so you
hard
can
to
illuminate an area.
debunk it.
Yeah.
Like at
Illumination
what
rooms.
point are you at what point are you reaching so hard to find an answer just so it doesn't have to be that it's an unexplained aerial object?
I feel like we all really appreciate a good reach around, so why not?
Yeah.
It's definitely an object, and it is
I'm
falling.
reaching
But, like,
so hard right now.
it's falling slowly. Yeah, I'd say it's probably a flare. It's
about
a nice.
this?
It's nice.
Is it
footage.
not the sun
I
behind the
appreciate the footage. It's
overcast?
pretty, but it's
No, I don't
No.
think
my
it's
assessment is it's likely a flare. I'm open to it being a UFO, but it's behaving how I've seen flares behave.
Hmm. Very interesting, Kari. Very.
Enzo's coming in
Interesting
here with some
observation.
army facts, and he is saying that ground illumination flares use the rising heat from the flares under the parachute like a hot air balloon. So you would see.
Why it wouldn't fly up and away. It's just like
Up,
it
and away.
A good
makes
reach
it
around is never
fall
expected.
super slowly.
We just promoted Enzo by saying he was in the Army and not the Air Force.
Oh, sorry. Oh, man.
Sorry, he was in the Air
Promoted?
Force. Yeah.
Damn.
At least he wasn't in the Navy.
You know what? All military was created equal.
No, they weren't.
Oh, wow. That's slander. Not one branch would agree with that statement, except maybe the Navy.
We're all the same, guys.
The Coast Guard. They'd be like, you guys,
Yo, is that an alien?
we're equal. We all get
Is
a
that a
10%
UFO?
discount.
Does anybody know? It's gotta be, right? Holy shit. What the fuck?
Well, he's not going to win an Oscar, but good. attempt.
No. I think it's a blimp.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably.
I would say like a blimp, or it's somebody is on the beach and they're holding like a giant kite over the water. Hi, husband, love you.
Very possible.
Blimp, I'd say.
Were you got
Blimpy
an
boo.
opinion?
Yeah, the blimp makes sense to me. For shizzle, my nizzle. Is it racist to say that?
It's not very stealthy.
No,
Okay.
definitely not stealthy.
It's a Tic Tac.
It's a Tic Tac.
What flavor
An
of Tic
Illinois
Tac?
high-altitude balloon hobbyist group that uses balloons like these has now come forward to say that their balloon, which they were using to float ham radio transmitters, went missing. It was last spotted over the Yukon Territory in Alaska on the same day that the U.S. government shot down an unidentified object of similar description, altitude, and location with a Lockheed Martin F-22. So there is a non-zero chance that the U.S. government used a $400,000 missile to shoot a ham radio transmitter on a $12 balloon out of the sky.
I just wanted to circle back around to that, so we all know what the Chinese spy balloons were. That was one of them, and it was a ham radio.
And the best part about it is,
and that was the footage of it going down on the camera that you
Yeah.
saw that played.
I remember it looking bigger than a $12 balloon, but okay.
Huh. So now you're saying it's a cover-up.
It's a government.
Oh, now it's a
cover-up.
conspiracy, Kari, the cabal leader.
The narrative.
Honestly, I would be open to both. Because
me too.
they've always, I mean, we think about Roswell. It's always been covered up as a weather balloon. So it wouldn't be totally out of the ordinary for this to be the case. If it was a cover-up, it also would make sense if that's just what it was. I think that it's very odd that we have experimental like weather balloons and things from all these different like startup companies, tech companies, aerospace companies, and no one has a record of everything that goes up in the air. How does that happen?
Because you can just release balloons and drones. And
I know, and I just feel like the fact that we have flight patterns, this should be communicated.
It should be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
The
get
balloon
drones.
come up.
Like you're supposed to alert the FAA that you're doing that. And give the
Right.
transponder saying,
Yeah,
you
but a
know,
lot of people don't.
But
Well,
And that's what happens.
maybe-
And then your shit gets shot down by military planes because you didn't inform them. That's like literally that's why.
By a $20
not true.
million plane.
If you rig them the right
the
way,
problem.
you can record for up to like 3 days. That's the max we've been able to do in our testing.
So yes, hopefully that'll be implemented since they wasted an ass ton of money doing that for like basically a science school project.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
What a fail.
For real. Go military.
Go
Yeah,
military.
sounds like America.
We're number one in the world for our
Cuando
military.
está brillando tanto, ahí va. Vamos a ver. Viene arriba de nosotros.
I need a translator.
Pues sí, y si, pero eso
Pero
puede ser un dron, mira, nos está viendo.
Don't
not
try,
a drone.
Jaimie.
Look.
No, it went into satellite mode.
You know, when you start
Where
saying
did it
that,
go?
I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting to me. I think we finally found one, guys. I think we
Yep,
found something
if it's,
interesting.
That's
So
interesting.
here's the thing. I know for a fact it's not just some effect because look at do you see the little white thing on it? That's the camera lens flare.
Yeah.
So there's something there. There's something
Yeah.
on the camera.
This is where I got interested.
Yeah, right here is where it's like, ooh. And then it just
Flare
flew.
up and then dart left.
Pew!
I love that it downsized and it went into
Just
satellite mode. This is why we always say alleged satellite, because you never fucking know if it's about to power up or if it just powered down.
I think that after hundreds of episodes and thousands of UFO videos, we've done it, folks.
We finally found
one
one.
that we all agree
I
is actually a
agree.
UFO.
Should we just okay? So now we'll call each other the
Should we
uncers.
just-
It's
should we
not
just
The
get
show,
on
uncers.
the
now?
show's
We're
done
done?
now. We
We're
can all go
done.
home.
Just
We did it.
ers.
Yeah.
We could be the ers. You know
Oh,
what's
We
funny?
wow.
debunked it.
I don't
Wow.
feel a lot of support from the chat, so we'll watch it one more time, folks, and just keep your hard hats on.
I'm gonna watch that with this in mind.
Can you put the sound back, Bree, too? Because we hear a helicopter.
Wait, hold on. So you actually want us to hear the language we can't even? Okay, whatever.
I understood when he said,
I'm
mira,
listening
mira,
to the
mira. Look
ambience.
here, look, look, look,
Cuando
look,
está
look.
brillando tanto.
He said
Ahí
it's
va.
not a drone. Watch, he'll say it.
Viene arriba de nosotros. Pues sí, y si, pero eso puede ser un dron, mira, nos está
It's
viendo.
not a drone. Doesn't look like a drone. No helicopter, I don't think.
Helicopter
could-
can't
that
do
could-
that.
Y de repente se
Yeah, it
apaga.
That could be a small helicopter.
Okay, stop. Please
Kari.
stop it, Kari.
Kari,
No.
what do you,
Sorry.
how?
No,
Hold on.
because
How?
I know how helicopters can handle.
Oh, because you've been so many helicopters.
Oh, have you been in
I
helicopter,
just-
Kari? Have you been in a
I've seen
helicopter?
enough footage of how helicopters
Well,
work.
I've been in a helicopter. A helicopter.
I don't want to go in a helicopter because I don't want to
If
end up
there's
like
one of those little nimble helicopters, not a big one, like a little nimble one, and it's got a flashlight, it goes boom, and then just veers off and goes off up through the cloud. That could be a helicopter.
Okay, so we
That
are
could be
just
taking-
going
that could be
to
taking off.
assume that, and this is all we get. We get this perfectly glowing ball. Okay.
It's the spotlight facing directly at where, as it's taking off. They got a spotlight on the front.
And it wouldn't be glaring at the camera. Okay.
Depends how bright it is.
And then it backs up. Oh, and it's still shining at us, so we still can't see the object behind it. And then it goes this way. It doesn't even keep going up. It just goes backwards and slowly turns off its spotlight that's still shining right at us.
Yeah, and then it pivots round, so it gets super bright,
Like,
and then it pivots away and flies off.
that's a fucking stretch.
Simon, I'm upset
really.
at you. I'm upset at you because we decided something and then you just had to make your comment and ruin our joy.
The way
Yeah,
that it
like-
moves.
I can imagine the pilot flipping switches and the light turning on and off, and he's like, "Okay,
Okay,
now
but
we're
like,
good to go."
Yeah,
Right
see,
now,
Vanessa
you're
knows.
still,
See,
like-
Vanessa knows. They say it wasn't a drone in the
Tony's,
video.
like, dying.
I agree. They said in the video, like you heard, they said it doesn't look like a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's a UFO. It means it could be a helicopter.
I think they would say
so
it was
they
a
wouldn't
helicopter.
even know. They wouldn't hear it, and they wouldn't know if it was a helicopter or not.
Fucking
It was strange. It
helicopter?
was a noise, but if it's a tiny helicopter far away with just a really bright light, I don't know. I'm also
I'm sick of
open.
your shit.
It was initially interesting because it did behave quasi UFO like, but
You mean by
helicopter seems
like anything else?
Allegory. Well, it's been fun. We tried our
Okay.
best.
We
I
tried.
hate it here.
I fucking hate it here.
I just think that Kari, that's a severe stretch of yours. That
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm UFOing this one.
yeah, I'm almost at the fact of like, if you don't UFO yes it, then I might think differently of you now.
And maybe she won't pick you up at the airport in a week or two.
I'm like, why don't you get a ride on a fucking helicopter, Kari?
Fine.
Get yourself one of those flying.
I'll land
Ubers.
on your parents'
Yeah,
roof.
we would have heard it.
It wasn't. I did the second time we played it. I had my eyes closed and I couldn't hear any kind of engine. So that is interesting.
So take it back.
So I was saying what a possibility could be. I didn't say I thought it was a helicopter.
Anything is possible. Okay.
So
I was
this
I was
needs
exploring that idea. I don't know what that was. It is unidentified at this point.
all right.
Rude.
Moving on
Moving
to
on.
your shameful behavior.
Yeah,
Oh.
shame.
Yeah.
has been revealed for Fox's new show, Stars on Mars. And
What?
I think
New
I'm
show.
really shocked to see Tom Schwartz on this out of the whole cast. But we also have Lance Armstrong, Ariel Winters, Portia Williams, and a bunch more. So this is Fox's new competition series with 12 celebrities. So it might give you Special Forces vibes if you guys watch that, but this show is a little different. So I'm pretty sure they filmed this in Australia or might be in production right now, but
That's
it
why we were
says
big in
that during their
Australia.
stay, they will be faced with authentic conditions that simulate life on Mars, and they have to use their brains and brawn and stellar social skills to outlast the competition and claim the title of the brightest star in the galaxy. This airs on Fox June 5th, so just about a month away. Let me know if you guys are going to be watching.
Who are any of those people?
There's just a bunch of
I don't
famous
know.
Americans. But
Who?
The only
remember how-
famous people.
do you remember
that
how
matter.
the last time we did the show, we watched the video where they tricked the people into thinking they were going into space? Well,
Yeah.
they literally took a bunch of famous people and they're like, we're going to pretend you're in space. And they took them to the middle of Australia and nowhere and put them in a simulator that makes it look like they're at Mars.
Oh,
and they
I
have to-
watched that live as a kid. That was
Yeah,
cool.
they're
I
literally,
remember that.
they're doing that right now. Like, that's literally what that show
Are they
is.
doing another one?
Mhm.
And these people think they're actually going to space, or
No, these ones don't
No.
think they're going to space.
Okay.
They like told them it's a simulation. But it makes sense that we have all these plays in Australia because they were all listening to our podcast while
This was being filmed.
they were filming. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now who's into conspiracies?
Yeah, that's my conspiracy.
Okay. Not. I thought birds aren't real. I thought that was your thing.
Birds aren't
I'm
real.
confused.
What are you confused about, my love?
Ah.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, bless
Okay,
your heart.
so Australia.
Mhm.
Ever think about the
Got it.
fact that Australians see the moon upside down? Because I mean, it's common sense, but it's not something you ever think about, right? For Australians, the moon is literally upside down because they're looking at it from top down. It's like such a no shit Sherlock thing, but looking at it, you're like, oh fuck, I never thought about that.
Huh?
This is what I was talking about in your parents' back garden when I was looking at the moon, going, "It looks different here because a different angle."
Oh,
That's
like you
perfect.
see the moon from a different place in the world, so you're seeing like
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
so
your
this is
That's what I
perspective
was
of
talking
it.
about.
hilarious. That's hilarious. So we had this conversation at my house. So like we did a lot of sky watches, and Kari's business partner, who I don't know was named yet, I don't know, was like, wow, you guys have great like sky out here. And then my parents started explaining the portal that's out there, and Kari's like, yeah, the stars are so different because I see them differently. And I was like, what do you mean you see them differently? Like, I was so confused. Like, what? Kari's like, from where I'm at, it's
You guys see
Yeah,
different
yeah.
stars.
Different.
It was
Yeah.
all different. Like all the
like
constellations,
the,
are
the
slightly
angles
off.
were
I had
different.
to tilt my head and be like, "Oh, that looks normal."
He's like, oh,
Now
okay.
it's not normal. Now it's normal. It was odd. It took a little bit of getting used to. It's very cool though. Like,
Simulation
Science.
vibes.
If that's not proof of a round Earth, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Enzo says that yes, this is true. Watch Lord of the Rings movies. When they show you the moon, it's upside down because it was filmed in New Zealand.
Wow.
Yep.
So I need to
interesting.
travel to the other side of the world so I can see the lower half of the moon.
The bottom of the moon, or you go to the top of the world so you can see the top part of the moon.
Or you go to space and just see the moon.
Okay, yeah, but we can't go to space yet.
We're too poor.
Pretty much.
Anyone tell me
Want, we could
WTF
get
I
a
just got
$12
on
balloon and strap me to it and throw me up there.
Hell yeah.
Can anyone tell me WTF I just got on camera? South San Francisco.
What the fuck is that? What am I getting on camera right now? What is that?
What is that? Oh, it's a kite.
That is not a kite. What the hell is that? Honestly, what is that?
A plane.
I love when people ask that
What
over and
the
over again.
fuck?
A drone.
What is that?
It's one of those black things.
Oh.
It's black. Yeah, it has almost like a black
Ooh.
trail coming off of it.
Aw, because it's getting
Like
out
that.
of this way.
That could be the camera though. Like,
So we're
that's-
also, you guys, when it zooms in, because they're right by the airport.
It's.
Oh wait, no, they're not. They're not.
It looks like a jet.
South San Francisco Industrial City.
See the trail it's leaving.
Yeah,
I think it looks like
the
one of
camera
those black
tracking it.
things that people see that look like fucking sky dragons.
Sky dragons.
Look at that. Look at
It does
its
like a
tail.
banking turn.
It's clearly a helicopter.
I don't think it's a helicopter. It banks there, see?
I think what it is that it's the sky rebuffering from the hologram.
I agree. He did do a
Yes.
hell of a job tracking it. Like,
No,
it-
Joe's comment. Joe's comment. Joe's comment.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. The way that the
Yeah,
blackness
interesting.
is like flying off the back of it. Yeah, I got no fucking idea what's going on here. I
That
don't
could
know
just
any-
be that. That's just. I think that's just tracking it because it's moving
think
quickly.
so?
So there's. Yeah, I think that's just the tracking artifact. But
It's weird.
it's interesting here where it banks. You know, it stretches out and has a wingspan.
Yeah.
Oh, so could it be a bird?
I think it could be.
Could it be Mothman?
That looks like a flap.
San
does it not?
Francisco has bridges,
it
so
does.
maybe.
Bam. That's a flat.
Yeah. That's a
Oh
flap.
shit! And then the
It's a
Bay
bird.
Bridge goes down.
It's like Kari.
I can confirm.
I have a video for that.
Do you?
Well, I sent it to Brie. I don't know if she'll play it.
Okay. I have a couple of things to share.
I did indeed delete it
Oh,
because
that would have been perfect right now for it.
I didn't want the copyright for the music, and then all you see is his sweaty ass face, and I was like, "That's funny," but no, it was
It's
so
hilarious.
fast. Oops. Yeah.
This is a man's world.
What is this, huh?
Living in
Let me tell you if you
America.
promise not to laugh. Do you promise? This is the Lake Titicaca scrotum frog, called that because of their loose, baggy skin. These frogs can only be found at Lake Titicaca, and they're the largest solely aquatic frog on the planet. Scientists believe that the baggy, saggy skin helps them absorb oxygen in this high-altitude environment. They're around 1.5 feet long, and local people like to eat them. It's a traditional belief that the scrotum frog is an aphrodisiac, which is unfortunate considering that these frogs are highly endangered. On top of being a titillating snack, they've been affected by the changing environment of Lake Titicaca as it heats up and produces more algae and less oxygen, which means dead frogs.
Guys.
Wow. So I think that
Jeez.
we need to start a campaign to save the scrotum frog in Lake
Save the
Titicaca.
scrotum.
Save the scrote frogs.
In
We're
Lake
gonna
Titicaca.
fry
I think
up
that
Yes.
we need to
scrotum.
get t-shirts and that we need to wear them at
Did we-
contact.
Did we just become activists?
Yeah, I think we
Save the
did.
scrotum frogs.
Save
in
the
Lake
scrotum, yeah.
Titicaca.
People that
Yeah.
like fried frog legs are eating fried. We're eating fried scrotum for dinner.
Fried scrotums.
Dip it in some ketchup.
What's wrong, Kari? You barely touched your scrote frog.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
That's a-
listen, nobody can say that we don't stand for anything. We stand for fucking scrotum frogs and their
Very much
protection.
We stand for your scrotums.
Yeah. If
report is
anything, your
detailing
scrotums
a
are so
dramatic-
important to us.
I endorse the frog emoji.
I endorse this scrotum.
Pentagon report is detailing a dramatic increase in UFO sightings.
Saying an additional 366 sightings have been investigated.
Made a stunning admission. Naval officials yesterday confirmed that
There's footage and records of objects in the skies.
All right, baby.
The last 5 years been very exciting. The breakthroughs have happened. What surprised me was, as if this was a new discovery. We can actually demonstrate now a theory which shows that UFOs are on specific orbital tracks around the Earth. This is very similar to what's just happened now in the last few weeks by the Department of Defense in the US. Papers just come out with Professor Avi Loeb to show that we have some sort of super craft in the solar system that's able to deliver probes. Back in the mid-90s, we discovered that through patterns and cycles of UFOs that we could demonstrate a new model to show that there was a a controlled, autonomous surveillance of the Earth. So what we discovered was that they're actually using 660 orbital tracks around the Earth. These are not artificial satellite tracks.
Right? Can we add another
these orbital tracks are totally programmed to be in synchronization with the rotation of the Earth. It was all
Does he mean
theoretical at the
satellites?
time, based on
Alien
originally
satellites.
30,000 reports worldwide we got from the US, France, and the UK, and then we whittled it down to about 1,300 reliable reports.
Oh, cut.
Give us a description of what was recorded here.
Okay, well, this was in '97. 5 of us were here hoping that there might be an event occurring based on our theory. One of us got a recording of this construct.
It was space foil.
Just beyond the castle here. One of the co-founders of ICER, which is the International Coalition for Extraterrestrial Research, made up of 13 countries, because we want to get it through to government officials. It's not only real, we're dealing with not a phenomenon anymore, not a big joke for the last 75 years. We're dealing with an intelligence that's been here before, I suspect, before we were even here on this planet.
I agree. So I love this. So he's basically, and it makes more sense, instead of having another civilization randomly coming and popping in, you establish like basically satellites, throw something in orbit, and then you constantly monitor and surveil.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot more likely than people thinking like actual crafts are coming down and like, you know, scoping people out individually. I can see them being like, people who don't believe in that can be more subscribed to the fact of like, there's just satellites up there that look like our satellites that are just like blending in and like, you know, just kind of like watching things.
That's so interesting. It really made me think.
These things that he captured that have like predictable orbits. Could they not be like classified satellites that aren't on the public tracking thing?
See, and that's what I was thinking. To me, in all honesty, it's like it's so hard to monitor stuff like that in space because you genuinely don't know what is up there or what isn't up there. There's obviously things that are going to be up there that aren't registered, that either are government or, you know, private companies and stuff, and they paid to not have it registered somewhere because they're doing some shit. And you know, we don't have control over like other countries. Like we don't have necessarily control over what satellite Guam puts up there. You know what I mean?
Well, we have ways to, like, most launches are public because you can't really miss a rocket launch, right? But we just don't know what we don't know what
payloads.
Some of the
payloads are
we don't know what they
often confidential.
Yeah.
That was like when the Japanese lander like crashed or got lost or some shit on its way to the moon. And everyone's like, when the hell did the Japanese do that? And it was like, oh, it was on a classified payload on one of the SpaceX's
things, exactly.
Launches.
Yep.
And
So
it's like,
there's
oh, that was one of those instances where it's like classified payload and then but report when it's gone missing.
Dun dun dun.
done.
Bullshit. I had it even more.
I got one to share.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
go
do it.
ahead, will ya? I need water.
Present.
I'm drinking way too much coffee.
Don't drink the
Now,
coffee.
I don't know how legit this video is, but it's interesting.
Okay,
We're
I'll see
gonna
it.
learn today. Oh. Beep, 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 beep.
Ah.
You should pause it when you can.
Yeah. So what interested me is here, like the very first few seconds.
When it goes behind the stuff.
Yeah, like, is that a plane? I think it probably is a plane at a weird angle, but
I think
it's
so too.
The triangle formation is interesting. It caught my eye, just like, huh.
Hello. Kari.
So this could be an example of how something could look like a triangle craft, but it's actually just a plane.
I don't know why I'm so unimpressed with triangle crafts now.
Yeah, me too. Not into it.
To me, nothing about it seems spacey. When I think of a triangle craft, I just think of like shit that we have. I'm just like, all right.
It almost makes more sense if you play it in reverse.
Another TR3B, cool.
Yeah.
It's much more smooth backwards.
I wonder if they reversed it.
Huh.
To make it seem like it was doing a little wobbly.
Yes,
Joe. I could not agree. A high-tech Dorito, for sure.
So I have another one to show.
Oh,
Well,
hit us. Hit
instead.
us.
This
Hit
one
us
is
with your best
interesting.
shot.
Started here, and then he flew and curved down this way.
This one is actually quite interesting.
I don't believe it. Let's see.
Oh, here's another one right here. You see him? Flying right over our heads.
Oh, yeah.
Pointing it right at him. And now he's turning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Flashed.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah, it just flashed.
I'm lasering at him, and he's curving. Shit. Started here,
So
and then he
I was
flew
interested
and
in
curved down
that
this way,
movement
pointing
at
it
the
right
end.
at him. And now he's turning.
Ooh.
Yeah. And now he's turning.
That's interesting.
One more time.
One more time.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. This I'm
Pointing
like,
it right at him. And now
But
he's
then,
turning.
ooh, right back around. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah, it just flashed.
I'm lasering at him.
Interesting.
Ooh, I like it. Why does his voice sound familiar to me? Do you know who that is?
No.
Sounds like someone familiar.
Well, you've got a flash phenomenon, and you've got like
change
non-Newtonian movement.
Big time.
Let's do
Going
the five
observables,
which I begrudge sometimes, but they are a good primer.
Oh Lord. I begrudge.
Yeah, I think we all think that one's pretty interesting. The chat seems to be a little between it all. They don't know if it's bird or something else.
Well, birds aren't real, so that narrows it down.
Real. It's true.
Yes, it's true.
Okay. What's next? What we got?
All right, give me the next.
Yeah. Is that what you want? Yeah.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Feel it.
Dirt. This one.
No, it's not.
This is an older one.
What is that?
That's not a plane.
Is that Hermione?
What is that?
What is that, Kari?
Run that way.
Hang on.
Hang on.
What on earth is that trying to shoot out in front of it now? There's two of them. What?
Oh, it's made the baby.
Oh my god, guys, you are looking. I don't know what you're looking at, but they're UFOs. If ever there's an unidentified flying object, that's that.
That's a snake.
There's two of them trying to
snake.
Oh my god, you guys, I don't think you realise how lucky you are to even witness something like this. Look at them.
No, it's going up. So stunt plane.
Like,
It looks like it's like quite far away.
Maybe someone's testing out a jetpack.
No, I think it's like one of these like aerial stunt planes doing like a nighttime practice.
It is giving me stunt plane vibes. It's really not giving me UFO vibes, though.
Yeah, that's a stunt plane.
Yeah, and it's like leveling back out. Yeah, I think I'm with Kari
It
on
behaves
one.
like a plane the entire time.
Simon says it's a radio-controlled plane in Wiltshire. I remember this. Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Oh, radio control plane.
Is that
By
because
planes
it
with
would be
smoke.
really
So
hard
scary.
to withstand sitting in there?
Yeah, it maneuvers
Huh?
like a small plane. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this off right now because
Yeah, I think we're good.
I
think we solved that
I was
mystery.
watching Top Gun again the other day because it's such a good movie.
Which
and
one?
The newer one,
It is
the
pretty
one
good.
you like.
I did enjoy
And
it.
I just kept making me think like, God, would I want to do that? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like if I would be able to withstand the G-force and what that would be like. Would I throw up? It would just come
Probably.
right back in my face, or would I be okay? Like, just the thought of people sitting in a plane like that. I mean, it's good to know it was remote controlled, but thinking about people sitting in planes like that and doing maneuvers like that is out of control to me.
Yeah,
Ian is
pilots
trying
do
to
all the
educate
time.
us on how to say Wiltshire.
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 Wiltshire. Sire.
Wiltshire.
Can you say Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Chestershire.
It's Worcestershire.
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 I don't know.
Worcestershire.
I purposely mispronounce all the names of the streets here in Vegas, and it drives Corey and my mom crazy. Like, we'll go on Flamingo, but I call it Flamangi. I call it Flamangi, and they're like, it's Flamingo, and I'm like, Flamangi, yeah.
Right before I got on here with you guys, I was watching with Rom. We were watching the skit with I don't remember if it was Key or Peel, but the one that's where I get the AA Ron from, but like him pronouncing everyone's names wrong. So good.
Yeah, that's good.
So good.
That's a good skit.
Is it Denice? Denice.
Denice. Denice. Is that you, Denice? It's Denise. It's Denice.
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 It's the AA Ron one. Will never say Aaron. It's always AA
It's
Ron.
always AA Ron forever and ever.
Ron.
All right, give us the next video, baby.
William Brown, and this is my plastic to
DJ
fuel
B.
reactor. So what we do is we load in shredded plastic as you
Well, this
see
guy's
here from
gonna
the
get,
top. And this machine
Arkansas.
operates off of microwaves heating up the plastic. Inside we have these blades which agitate and spin the
Be
plastic
nice.
around.
Be nice.
We then
This is how
turn
you
on the
make meth.
microwaves and spin the blades. This allows the plastic to be evenly, thoroughly degraded. As you see, all that's left is this solid carbon product. And we also get an oil out of the plastic. It turns the plastic into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. So we
Is
have
that
to
his
separate
phone?
all of these out because
Yeah.
they're all mixed together. And we do that through the process of distillation. So I have this simple distiller here,
lie,
this
that's
glass
meth.
distillation set.
I was like,
You
this
would
is
see in
meth.
science labs, and all we do is we heat it up. And as you see, now we're getting the individual components, the gasoline separated, as you see here. We also get the diesel seperated, as you see here.
All
And
I
we
know is
actually
that
put
if
this
like the
diesel
World War
into a
VII
go-kart
actually
engine, and
starts,
it
I want to be
ran.
friends with this guy. He's going places.
And it works.
And he powers his go-kart with it.
Wow.
Well, the Clinton Foundation is ringing his.
He's
phone.
gonna get
I was
wickety
like,
whack.
you guys didn't know, but actually, do you want me to pull up his obituary?
A mysterious biking accident.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a food for thought kind of one. Oh wait, no, wrong one.
This Tristan.
I'm hungry. My brain's hungry. I'll take some food for that.
Shut the door, make sure it clicks.
Okay.
Okay, stand back.
Open it up. Play your footage. Stop. Play it live. Play it live.
Was there something that went?
Yeah.
There was like a frame of interference. Top right of the door.
I saw that.
Ghost orbs.
I doing my ghost.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the first clip too, the way it stops and like how the video stops. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but this is
part?
no. Like okay, push play. Yeah, watch from the beginning. Okay, so there's this right here.
Okay, stand back.
First of all, the way it clicks is weird to me. It's like he didn't do it all the way. And then this right here, it's like it almost stops completely. See how the video? There's no moving right here. It's like it doesn't
No, it
move.
is.
Well, they're waiting for the door.
It
open.
is.
I don't know. It just
I
seems
was
so
looking
strange.
at
to me.
It was moving.
Look at the if you look at like right at the edge where the
Play your
door
footage.
is, there's light movement.
Stop. Play it live. Play it live.
Can you go back to when he walks in on his phone real quick? I just want to see like what he does and what he pushes. Wait, go back more.
Stop.
Go back more.
Play your
More.
footage.
More.
Turn it up.
Yeah, right here. So you see him walking up, so the camera's
Play your
on.
footage.
He pushes stop.
Stop. Play it live. Play it live.
No, you clicked on the video icon and it started playing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced on this, unfortunately. It's interesting, the experiment that they've done, but
I like that they went the extra mile.
yeah,
for
that's
the
what I'm saying.
debunkers
Like,
that don't
hold on.
believe in ghosts.
Humans Awaken Wolf said, warp door with poor catch. That's what I mean. Like the way he
That's what I was
closed
thinking
it,
the first
it
time,
didn't
but then
like
I saw
it didn't
the flash,
actually.
and I'm like,
It didn't actually like click all the way. If you're listening, like the way they did it, it was like it was. I don't know. I'm not convinced myself. That
It
didn't
was
do
a
it for me.
crooked door.
It was for sure like a weird crooked door.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a hard one.
Cricket doors be
Yeah.
opening doors.
Like my front door used to open all the time until Corey, like, you know, the thing in your door, like the little metal thing that like the doorknob like goes into, like when you open and close it. So mine like wasn't there. It was just wood that was in there. And so like all the time, like my door would literally just open if we didn't have the deadbolt on it. And you would think that, oh my God, I have a ghost. No, it was literally just because it wasn't right. So then when he went and put the metal in there, now we don't have that problem anymore. So sometimes it's things that are like simple as that you don't realize you like. And I could set up a phone on the other side of the door in my door, and I guarantee my phone, like my door, would do that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying that they didn't witness what they saw, but I feel like this is more not supernatural and something more to the effect of a defaulty door.
I will say though, I
it
think
was a
that the corner
busted
thing
door.
is interesting.
Yeah, the corner thing was interesting, but the door
For sure
makes it questionable.
Yeah, last one I think.
Yeah, last one, and then we'll get out of here.
If you own a page-a-day calendar, not to victim blame, but if you own a page-a-day calendar, you are asking to be put in a time loop.
My best friend and I have prearranged code phrases for we're caught in a time loop. My duplicate is present. Your duplicate is present. My duplicate is present with hostile intent. Your duplicate is present with hostile intent. I am the original. And one last one for no, that was not a code phrase. I'm just talking. Also, I maintain a guest room just in case my time travel duplicate ever shows up and needs assistance. Like, I let my friends use it, but that's who it's really for. If I'm ever caught in that situation, I came prepared.
What?
Fair enough.
So I'm trying to think of the
whatever was in his tea. I would love to go on a journey with him as well.
I'm trying to think of this concept of
Really
if you have a calendar, you're in a time loop. What? I was hoping you guys would get it.
No, I get it. I understand what he's saying. He's saying that he has made up like code words. Like he's basically acting like he lives in fucking like what movie is that? Where like the Inception movie. Yeah, where he has to have like little tokens and things to show like, oh, this is me in this timeline and this. And yes, exactly. That's what that person is talking about. But he also sounds real crazy.
It's like, what do you do if your totem shows up in your dream? Like the fuck?
Exactly.
Well, it's how the totem behaves in the dream. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You have a totem in real life, but then if you see it in the dream and it say like the spinning top, if it keeps spinning, you're in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so that's why they have the totem. So when they
that
come
part
back,
was up for open for interpretation about the whole spinning, not spinning thing about where he was and wasn't.
Well, no, before that, the wife keeps a spinning top in a safe, and that was her reminder that it wasn't real, but she locked it in a safe and away because she wanted to live in that world forever. And it could span forever. So
I hate the ending of that movie, and I hate that I went on a rabbit hole trying to find the answer, and then the director's like, There is no
It's what it-
solid
There
answer.
is no
It's
yeah,
Like,
there
whatever
is
it's
you
none.
just
want it
what,
to be.
and then that made me
That's the
so
magic of that
angry. I
movie.
was like, no, I need to know. Like, I need to know what happened. I'm still like, fuck.
I wouldn't mind rewatching that at some point. That's a good movie.
I
Yeah,
literally
I haven't
watched
seen
it
it in a
not that
while.
long ago.
You know what, Kari? Next time you
So I
watch
was
it,
like-
pop on over to Discord, do a Discord movie. We'll all join in and watch.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could do that.
All right,
I mean,
guys.
we totally won't share materials over the internet illegally.
No. And we'll watch them all respectively on our own computers. All right, guys. Do you
Yes.
guys have any final thoughts, any announcements before we skedaddle on out of here? Because unfortunately, we're all super busy and have things to do.
I leave for the sunny state of California in like 11 days.
Wow.
Wow. So
That's in
do
11
I.
days.
It's in
Oh
11
my
days.
god. I'm
Same.
not ready. She
I
wasn't
started
ready.
packing today. Like,
Ooh.
I only just unpacked. I'm like packing
Ooh.
again.
Ooh, I love you, Jeff. That's my announcement. I love Jeff. Strange Recon Radio.
I
I'm
love
sad you're not
Jeff.
coming to Contact.
I
Keep
love
your brown
Jeff.
eye peeled, everyone.
If you
Yes.
fly to Vegas, you can drive with me to Contact and stay on my hotel room floor in a sleeping bag.
I will allow this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you,
Well
everybody.
then.
Stay vigilant, stay happy, stay kind.
Make
Love
sure you
yourself.
like, subscribe, and do the Sherry stuff too.
Oh, wait, where can we find each other?
You can find me at
Here.
Matt's Bree when I'm back on Twitter.
You
Which
can
is
find
that?
me at home smoking weed.
Oh, no, you didn't. But you, Tony.
What about you? Yeah, Tone?
Same place I'm always at. At Botwater on Twitter.
You can find me at Fires of Truth. This has been the Science Show. Super
Love
serious.
you.
man.
Bye.
It's so serious it has drum and bass in the intro theme, you know, because we're so serious.
And the outro.
And the outro.
Which one is the
Oh,
outro?
fuck you. Okay, bye. The
Oh,
one,
it's that
the
one.
one that says
That
outro.
one. No, it doesn't say outro. It says copy of that one time I was abducted.
Oh, there you go. That one.
That one. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.